Welcome back to the Career Success Academy. I'm Steve, and we're in the middle of a series of acing the interview videos. So we've come up with a number of ideas, but there's still a number of ideas to go through. How you can listen to these videos, incorporate what we're talking about, and ace the interview. Let's talk about our next topic, which is sending a thank you note. Think about this. How do you separate yourself from the rest of the people who are going for interviews? Especially if you think you did a real good job on the interview, or maybe you didn't do a great job on the interview. It's always good to follow up the next day with an email saying something like, "Thank you for taking the time to interview me." Take the time now to please like and share and subscribe. If you can, click the little notification bell so you get notified when the next video comes out. And please leave comments below. So what kind of note do you send when you want to send a thank you note? Well, really, there's two messages you want to send. The first one is about the organization, something that you can say that's positive. Even if you didn't totally like the organization, even though you might not want to work there, even though you think you may have blown the interview and they may not want to hire you, it's possible. Send them a thank you note. Separate yourself, because you never know how that little piece of goodwill might tip the balance in your favor. So the first thing, as we said, is to say something positive about the organization. It was a great environment. The people seemed nice. You saw lots of smiles on their faces. Well, the opposite of that, you didn't see them grumbling as they're walking down the hall. No, something nice. The people, the disposition, the environment, the way they described the position that you'd be working at. Say something like you thought that you might be a good fit for the job. Even if you didn't like what they were talking about, or you didn't like the environment, any one of a dozen things, the thank you note is always very, very positive. Number two, the second thing you want to do is talk about the person who interviewed you. You learned a lot. You like the person. You think he might or she might be a good person to work with. Not necessarily someone that you might be working with, but they demonstrated that team spirit. They demonstrated an exuberance for working at the company. And if they didn't, and they were a real sour disposition type person, you just want to make it seem like they were very informative. So that's the second thing. And then the last thing, third thing you want to do in a thank you note is talk about your positive reaction to the information they gave to you. This is how you ace an interview. Because in essence, first of all, very small percentage of people will follow up with an email. And in another one of our videos, we talked about the importance of getting a business card or asking for the business card so you can send an email directly to the person that you interviewed with. But give them a positive disposition of you, that if they offered you the job, you want to hint that you would take it, even though you might not. You always want to have your options. That's one of the things, a theme through all these little videos. You want to have the option of telling them no. You don't want them to have the option to tell you no. You want to get offered the job. But let me read to you. I did a sample little letter for an email, and it says, "Mr. Stevens, I really enjoyed speaking with you yesterday. I left our meeting with two thoughts. The first thought is that I felt confident that I could step into the role you defined, and it would be both challenging and a great place for me to add my value. My thought is that you would invest in me, and I would gladly invest my energy into your organization. My second thought is that you seem to be a really good person to work with. I saw people smiling as they walked through the halls. All in all, ABC Organization seems like a good place to work, and the teamwork that you described was evident to me. As I said, the meeting we had was very informative, and I just wanted to express my opinion to you clearly that I'm definitely interested in hearing back from you. I'm very interested in ABC Organization. Sincerely, me. So that's an example. Let's recap. The first thing is you want to send a thank you note. The second thing is you want to talk about their organization, about the person who interviewed you, and your reaction to it. All to be positive. You do that. Plus like and share and subscribe to the channel, and you'll find yourself acing the interview. Please share this with other people who might be interviewing as well, because the little trick, the little tip of sending a thank you note, a thank you email, goes a long, long way separating you from the rest of the people who interviewed for the job. Thank you for watching. Be looking for you in the next video.